In this essay, I ask two important questions. First, what divine madness compels a man to break into a spontaneous chorus of adulation for the deity known as Versace? Second, are human beings really just sluts for meaning? To somehow answer the second, admittedly ambiguous question, I must walk you through the reasoning which I used to reach my conclusions on the first. Only then can we begin chipping away at the complexities of our lusty relationship with meaning.
Versace, 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 whoa, Versace, 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 Versace.
To begin understanding what spurred these mystical chants, we only need to read what preceded it. Versace, Versace, Medusa head on me like I'm Illuminati. I know that you like it, Versace. My neck and my wrist is so sloppy. Versace, Versace, I love it. Versace, the top of my Audi. My plug, he John Gotti. He gives me the ducks, and I know that they're mighty. Zaytoven. Whoa. I mean, I just left the Versace store. Beginning with the first line, Versace, Versace, Medusa head on me like I'm Illuminati. Much like Homer began his epics by evoking the muses, calling onto them directly, Quavo, a member of the boy band Migos, begins by evoking the goddess of Versace, Medusa. In fact, he plays with the imagery of wearing Medusa's head, thus speaking her words, ultimately pointing towards some sort of ideological or spiritual possession. Like I'm Illuminati here, I believe is not a reference towards the commonly known American street gang, the Illuminati. Instead, I believe the author means that due to this possession by Versace, as represented by Medusa's head, allows him illumination, a view to a world that transcends ours. I know that you like it. Versace, my neck and my wrist is so sloppy. In the very next phrase, we see that the author switches from first person to third person. Doubt must be cast here whether at that point it was Quavo or Versace that was speaking. Seeing how the sentence refers to a third unknown person, it can be argued that indeed this was the swift response of Versace to Quavo's plea to the muses. As we can see by Quavo's response, I love it, my neck and my wrist is so sloppy, he's pleased by the enlightenment he's adorned by, symbolized by his sloppy wrists, alluding to the large amount of jewelry on them. Versace, Versace, I love it. Versace, the top of my Audi. We begin to see that the mythical character of Versace has now begun to extend its influence beyond mere clothing and jewelry, embodying the essence of luxury and opulence in Quavo's lifestyle. By claiming that Versace, the top of my Audi, the assumption is that Audi was a former deity that Quavo had placed trust in, now dethroned and replaced by Versace. In fact, it is during this sentence that more syllables are placed into the word Versace than into any other. My plug, he John Gotti. He give me the ducks, and I know that they're mighty. Here, we see a moment of hesitation. Quavo, after having exclaimed the material superiority of Versace over Audi, is likely facing a moment of withdrawal, perhaps a worry still held on to from his former Audi worship and the seemingly disappointing way it had gone. We see a moment of rebellion against both Versace and Audi, in which Quavo asserts his own divinity, expressing his relation to well-known characters such as John Gotti and a variation of poultry. Zaytoven. Whoa. I mean, I just left the Versace store. Suddenly, Quavo is woken up from his rebellious streak by the name Zaytoven, presumably by Versace. Zaytoven, the producer of the song Versace, undoubtedly had a large part in Quavo's involvement in the Versace religion. After being reminded of Zaytoven, Quavo is suddenly aware that he indeed had just left the Versace store, after which he suddenly exclaims the chorus.
Versace, 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 whoa, Versace, 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 Versace.